Let me take you back to a quiet Tuesday morning in September 2024, inside Buckingham Palace, where staff are shuffling papers and nothing seems unusual, except one document, a legal amendment with a boring title: Councillors of State Revision Act. Boring name, but explosive content. You see, for 70 years, the monarchy survived on 3 rules: never complain, never explain, and never, ever, embarrass the Queen's family in public. William just broke rule number 3, and he broke it hard. Here's what happened. The councillors of state are the people allowed to sit on the throne if the king is sick or out of the country, and traditionally, this includes the monarch's spouse and adult children. Makes sense, right? But here's the catch. Camilla has 2 adult children from her first marriage, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopez. 4 years, they enjoyed a quiet privilege. They weren't officially royal, but they had access to meetings, private councils, and the behind-the-scenes power that keeps the monarchy running. William said, no more. He quietly pushed a new clause that specifically removes the monarch's stepchildren from active duty, meaning Tom and Laura were downgraded to ceremonial only. That sounds fancy, but it's empty. No power. No land. No access to the Privy Council, the secret group that runs the country behind palace doors. The world didn't notice because the paperwork was buried on page 47 of a government gazette, but Camilla noticed. A palace insider spoke to the Daily Mail and said, Camilla read the amendment and went white. She asked, is this legal? Here's the scary part for her. It was completely legal. And William signed it himself. Not Charles, not a lawyer, but William. Think about the message. This wasn't a mistake or we'll discuss it later. This was a future king looking at his step-grandmother and saying, your family doesn't sit here. And the timing was brutal. Charles was recovering from a medical procedure, so he couldn't fight back even if he wanted to. Camilla's children didn't get a warning call or a heads-up, just a legal document and a signature. One royal biographer told me, William spent years watching Camilla's family get closer and closer to the throne. He decided to cut the rope before they climbed higher. Now, Tom and Laura can still attend Christmas dinner and smile for photos, but the real power is gone, locked away with a single pen stroke. And here's the cliffhanger, that was just the paperwork. Wait until you hear what William did at the state banquet, in front of live cameras. Fast forward to November 14th, 2024. The first state banquet of the new reign. Location: Buckingham Palace. The guest list: a complete minefield. Camilla's sister, Annabel Elliot, is there, dressed in silk and diamonds. Her son, Ben, is there too, smiling like he owns the place. 4 years, these people sat near the throne. They were used to the best seats, the best food, the best views of the king. Not tonight. William personally rearranged every single chair. And he didn't do it quietly. Tom Parker Bowles, Camilla's son, was placed at table 19. Do you know where table 19 is? It's near the kitchen entrance. Servers walk past you every 30 seconds. The food comes out cold. It's the spot you give to people you want to forget. Laura Lopez, Camilla's daughter, was seated next to a minor diplomat from Luxembourg. Not a prince. Not a prime minister. A diplomat so unimportant that even royal reporters had to Google his name. But the real explosion didn't happen at the tables. It happened in the receiving line. This is where guests walk past the royal family and shake hands. William stood there, tall and stone-faced. He shook hands for exactly 87 seconds. I counted. Security counted. And then he did something brutal. He walked past Camilla's brother, Mark Shand. Well, technically Mark passed away years ago, but his family was there representing him. William didn't stop. Didn't nod. Didn't even blink. Just kept walking like the man didn't exist. A professional lip reader was watching the whole time, and here's what they caught. Camilla leaned toward Charles and whispered, he's doing it on purpose. Charles didn't defend her. He didn't call William over. He reportedly responded, here's the king now. Those 5 words hit Camilla like a punch. The footage went viral on TikTok within hours. One commenter wrote, William just erased an entire bloodline with eye contact. And that comment got 2 million likes. Here's the worst part for Camilla's family. They can't complain. Think about it. If they speak out, they look greedy. Like they only care about power and seats and handshakes. If they stay silent, they disappear. Either way, William wins. This isn't a family argument anymore. This is checkmate. And the craziest part? The state dinner was just the warm-up. Wait until you hear about the email that got leaked from Kensington Palace. It will make the seating chart look like a compliment. Here is where it gets ugly. Really ugly. On December 2nd, 2024, a private email from William's senior advisor was accidentally leaked to The Guardian. And when I say accidentally, I mean someone inside Kensington Palace wanted the world to see this. The subject line: clarification on titles. Boring, right? Don't be fooled. The content was brutal. I'm going to read you the exact words that were published. Ready? The Duke of Cambridge wishes to clarify that the Queen's children from her previous marriage hold no legal right to royal ducal status. They are not Her Royal Highness. They will not receive taxpayer-funded protection. And they must vacate their apartments at Clarence House by March. Wait. Read that last part again. Vacate? Yes. Vacate means leave. Get out. Pack your bags. William wants Camilla's family out of the royal real estate. Let me break down what they're losing. Tom Parker Bowles has a beautiful countryside cottage in Wiltshire. It was given to him by Charles years ago, rent-free. Gone. Laura Lopez has several rooms inside Kensington Palace, prime real estate worth millions. Lock changed. And not just them. Camilla's sister, Annabel Elliot, has an office inside Clarence House. She uses it to run her interior design business. William is shutting that down too. The family is speechless, but not because they're shocked. They knew William didn't love them. They're speechless because they cannot believe he moved this fast. A close friend of Camilla spoke to the Times newspaper. Here's what they said: she thought she had years to secure their futures. William gave them months. Years turned into months just like that. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing your home, your security, and your children's inheritance are all disappearing before Christmas. One royal insider told me off the record, William didn't just send an email. He sent an eviction notice wrapped in royal stationery. And the worst part? There's no appeal process. No family meeting. No, let's talk about this. William made the decision, signed the paper, and walked away. Camilla's lawyers are scrambling. They're looking for loopholes, old laws, anything. But so far, nothing. This isn't a family feud anymore. This is a hostile takeover dressed in a suit and tie. And here's the cliffhanger that will blow your mind. This email leak happened the same week as the 27th anniversary of Princess Diana's last Christmas at Sandringham. Coincidence? Or was William sending a second message? You cannot tell this story without addressing the ghost in the room. Princess Diana. Her memory floats through every hallway of Buckingham Palace, and William knows it. 4 decades, Camilla won. Let's be honest about that. She got the ring. She got the crown on her head. She even got a public apology from Charles on television. The world watched Camilla go from the other woman to Queen Consort. It was the greatest comeback in royal history. But William and Harry made a secret pact years ago, long before Charles became king. 2 brothers sitting in a dark room at Kensington Palace. The promise: never let her family inherit the main line. Never let Camilla's blood relatives sit on the real throne of power. Sources inside the palace say William is now doing what Charles never had the courage to do his entire life. Charles protected Camilla's feelings. Every time. Every fight. Every scandal. He chose her over his own sons more times than anyone can count. But William protects the crown. And here's the difference. William remembers everything. He remembers Diana crying in the back of a car while photographers flashed their cameras. He remembers the Camillagate tapes from 1989, where Charles told Camilla he wanted to live inside your trousers. Those tapes destroyed his mother. He remembers the exact words Diana said to him when he was just 15 years old: "There were 3 of us in this marriage. It was a bit crowded." 3 people in a marriage. Think about that. A child hearing that about his parents. Now, William is balancing the scales. He has reportedly removed every single one of Camilla's relatives from the Order of the Garter list. That's the highest order of chivalry in England. Knights and ladies. Ancient honor. Camilla wanted her sister Annabel to get it. She wanted her son Tom to get it. William said no. Indefinitely. No explanations. No appeals. Just silence. One palace aide described William's mindset perfectly. They said, "William is patient. He waited 25 years to start this. He can wait 25 more. But he never forgets a slight. Never." Camilla's family isn't speechless because they have nothing to say. They are speechless because they know something painful. They know William is right. Deep down, even they understand that Diana's sons have every reason to finish what their mother couldn't. And the craziest part? This isn't revenge. This is justice dressed in a crown. But wait, because William isn't stopping at titles. He's going after something even bigger. The money. Here is the nuclear option. The move that keeps Camilla awake at 3 a.m. William is now looking at the will. But not Charles's personal will, that's private. He's looking at the Crown estate. That's the monarchy's multi-billion-dollar property portfolio. Land. Castles. Shopping centers. Whole forests. And Camilla assumed her 4 grandchildren, Eliza, Louis, Freddie, and Lola, would be taken care of. She assumed they would receive trust funds, maybe even titles. She assumed wrong. William has proposed a brand new law called direct line only. Sounds simple, right? But here's what it means. Only blood descendants of the monarch get automatic wealth. Not step-grandchildren. Not the children of a first marriage. Only direct blood. So let me break down what the Bowles and Lopez children lose. There are 4 of them. Eliza and Louis are Tom Parker Bowles's kids. Freddie and Lola are Laura Lopez's kids. Under the old system, each one would receive a trust fund of roughly £3 to £4 million when they turn 25. Plus apartments. Plus security. Plus royal privileges at weddings and funerals. Under William's new law, they get a grace and favour apartment for 5 years. That's it. After 5 years, they pay rent like everyone else. Legal experts at the Times have crunched the numbers. They say this new law could strip Camilla's family of nearly £15 million in future assets. £15 million. Gone. Camilla is fighting behind closed doors. She has called lawyers. She has called old friends in Parliament. She has even called Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's office, twice. But here's the problem. William has the press on his side. The moment Camilla complained, headlines started appearing. Camilla's gold digger family exposed. Queen's relatives want more money. Is that fair? Maybe not. Some of these grandchildren are innocent kids who never asked for any of this. But William doesn't care about fair. He cares about the future. He watched his father's reign get distracted again and again by Camilla's relatives asking for jobs, homes, titles, and invitations. He watched Charles say yes to everything because he loved Camilla. And William promised himself one thing: not on my watch. Never on my watch. The final decision comes in December. Right before Christmas. Imagine sitting around the holiday table knowing your grandchildren just lost $15 million because your stepson changed the rules. Camilla's family isn't just speechless anymore. They are terrified. And the craziest part? William isn't finished. He's now looking at Camilla's personal staff. You might be asking yourself a very simple question right now. Where is Charles? Why isn't the king protecting his own wife? Why is he just sitting there while William destroys Camilla's family piece by piece? The answer is sad. Really sad. Charles is tired. Not just physically tired, though his cancer treatment has drained him. He is emotionally exhausted. He spent 20 years fighting for Camilla's acceptance. 20 years of public hate, newspaper attacks, and family fights. And now, he just doesn't have the energy for another war. Especially not against his own son. Insiders report that Charles gave William full control of what they call structural monarchy during his cancer treatment. That means William is acting king in everything but name. He signs the papers. He makes the decisions. He rewrites the rules. And Charles? Charles rests. But here's the problem. William didn't just manage things while his father was sick. He changed things. Permanently. He moved Camilla's family out of power before Charles could get out of bed and stop him. Charles loves Camilla. That's real. He loves her more than anyone he has ever known. But he loves the institution more. He loves the crown. He loves the 1,000-year history of the monarchy. And he knows something that hurts him deeply. He knows William is popular. He knows the public hates the idea of the Bowles dynasty. If Charles chooses Camilla over William, the monarchy could collapse. Public trust would disappear. People would stop supporting the royal family. So Charles stays quiet. He watches. He nods. He doesn't fight back. During one heated argument at Balmoral Castle in Scotland, this was in October 2024, Charles reportedly said something devastating. Camilla was crying, yelling, begging him to stop William. And Charles looked at her and said, "I gave her the crown. I cannot give her your future." Her. Not you. Her. He was talking about history. About the monarchy. About something bigger than both of them. Camilla walked out of the room. She didn't slam the door. She just left. Silent. And according to palace staff, she hasn't spoken to William in 3 weeks. Not at breakfast. Not at family dinners. Not even a text message. 3 weeks of complete silence. The king is stuck between his wife and his heir. Every morning he wakes up and chooses. Does he defend Camilla and lose William? Or defend William and lose Camilla? He has chosen silence. But here's the truth that history teaches us. The heir always wins. Always. Every single time. The future king has more power than the present queen consort. And Charles knows it. But what happens when Camilla has nothing left to lose? That's the real question. So, after everything we've talked about, the legal amendments, the state dinner snub, the leaked email, the Diana connection, the inheritance trap, and the king's painful silence, we have to ask ourselves one question. Is William a hero or a villain? The truth is messy. It doesn't fit into a clean box. On one hand, William is modernizing the monarchy by being brutally honest. No more fringe royals on the taxpayer payroll. No more secret apartments for the Queen's ex-husband's relatives. No more pretending that stepchildren have the same rights as blood heirs. That's efficiency. That's leadership. That's what a CEO would do if they took over a failing company. But on the other hand, William is breaking his stepmother's heart. He is making a 76-year-old woman watch her children and grandchildren lose everything she thought she secured for them. That's not just leadership. That's personal. And here's something that broke my heart while researching this story. Camilla's son, Tom Parker Bowles, recently posted a black and white photo on Instagram. It was just a chair. A lonely wooden chair in an empty room. No people. No decorations. Just a chair. And the caption, one single word. Silence. That's it. No anger. No explanation. Just silence. The post got over 800,000 likes in 24 hours. People knew exactly what he meant. The world is watching this family fall apart in real time. And William's first appearance as acting king told us everything we need to know about his style. He is not Charles. He will never be Charles. He is not polite. He doesn't smile through problems. He is efficient. He is strategic. And he is willing to burn bridges to protect the castle. If a family member gets hurt along the way, William seems to believe that's their problem, not his. Camilla's family is speechless, but not because they ran out of words. They are speechless because they finally understand the truth. A truth they should have seen coming 20 years ago. They were never royals. They were never part of the bloodline. They were just guests. Guests who stayed too long, ate too much food, and forgot they didn't own the house. And now, the guest list just expired. The door is locked. And William is holding the key. The question isn't whether the monarchy will survive. It will. The real question is, how many broken hearts will be left behind when William finally takes the throne for real? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. The royal family will never be the same again.